let me start off by saying that I am probably the last person to do a Euphoria inspired makeup look here on YouTube, but that's exactly what I'm doing today. A tutorial on this look inspired by none other than Maddy herself from the show Euphoria. Now, her character was probably the most interesting to me in the show. I mean, I feel like we all love her because she looks like a baddie, she carries herself so well, so confidently, but she also has a lot of hurt and heaviness within her, yet she still manages to exude the confidence. But of course, we all know and love her makeup looks. The makeup artist for all of her looks, amazing, so talented. I love how like effortlessly she created those looks, but they look so intricate and well put together, and I feel like this look today was one that I liked the most. I mean, it's super girly, yet it's really easy to do, which you guys are gonna see. And I have to say, I've never done anything like this before. I mean, I am really feeling these little eye crystals. I wish I could just go out and wear them every single day because I think they're super cute. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I did this, keep on watching. And if you guys do enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like it before you leave it, and if you're new, you know what to do, join the crew by hitting the little red subscribe button down below. And with that being said, let's get into it. Alright you guys, so first things first, I am going to prime my face. I'm actually going to be using two primers today, but I'm firstly going in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Now the reason why I'm going in with two primers is because I want my skin to look super flawless and smooth, and this one is perfect for smoothing out your pores, as the name suggests, Poreless Putty Primer. So I'm just going in and applying that with my fingers to the areas where I feel like my pores are most visible, that being mainly in my T-zone. And then for the rest of my face, I am going to quickly spritz some of the NYX Multi-Tasking Spray. I love primer sprays because it means that you can just spray your primer on and you don't have to rub anything in and you're good to go. Now for foundation, I am going to be using the Maybelline 24 Hour Superstay Foundation. Now I love this foundation. It is super full coverage, very long lasting, and it just makes your skin look flawless, which I feel like even though the characters in the show Euphoria seem to all have a really good skin, they don't seem to have heavy makeup on though, which I feel like this foundation is great at giving you the coverage that you need without being heavy, which is why I really like it. So as you guys can see, just applying that to my face, dotting it on, and then blending it in with a beauty sponge. So now that I've got that foundation on, I am going to be jumping into concealer, and of course I'm going to be using the Loreal More Than Concealer. Now if you guys have been watching any of my other recent makeup tutorials, then you would know that this is actually a current favorite of mine. I can't stop using it. It is drugstore, super inexpensive, very full coverage, yet lightweight, doesn't cake up, and I honestly feel like this is a perfect dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So for reference, mine is in the shade 327 Cashmere, and as you guys can see, just applying that onto my face and just concealing and highlighting all the general areas that I like to do that to. And then I'm just going to be going in with a smaller synthetic buffing brush to blend that into the skin. And then to set that concealer in place, I'm going in with the Australis Ready Set Go Finishing Powder. Now this powder, you guys, I know it's not readily available for a lot of you overseas because it is an Australian brand, but this powder is amazing when it comes to setting concealer and making sure that it doesn't crease or budge throughout the day. And since it is a light translucent powder, it's perfect for also brightening the under eye area while it's setting it in place. Okay, so that is pretty much it when it comes to the base for now. I am going to come back and finish off the rest of the face later, but we are going to be moving on to the eyes. So for this look today, I am going to be going into this palette from Revolution. So this is one of their reloaded palettes in Newtrals too, and as you guys can see, it does come with all of these beautiful peachy, pinky, orange, warm toned type of shadows. So I'm going to be using a combination of the pinks in this look today. But yeah, quick little side note, Revolution eyeshadow palettes are great, especially the ones from this range, the reloaded range, because they're only $8. I don't know if it's like cheaper overseas, but here in Australia, they're only $8. No, I nearly just hit myself in the face. But yeah, they're only $8 for all of these eyeshadows. Very good quality, really well pigmented. But as I said, I am going to be using some of the shadows from this palette. Now, as you guys would have seen, I did already go ahead and somewhat prime my lids. I pretty much just took whatever concealer was left on my brush as I was blending it in and just like washed it over the lids. I don't feel like it's necessary to go in with a precise clean cut base for this look, because I feel like with the Euphoria makeup looks, while they were really cute and pretty, I feel like they weren't completely clean and like crisp, precisely cut, if that makes sense. It was like a wash of shadow on the lids, and from what I noticed, it was really like just easy, chill, but like put together without doing too much. So that's kind of what I am trying to go for today. But yeah, to start things off, what I want to do is actually take this shadow in the middle right here, and I'm actually just going to take that on my finger. As you guys can see, very nicely pigmented, and I'm literally just going to start by patting that onto my lid, which typically, if you guys watch any of my other makeup tutorials, you guys know that I go in with like a transitional crease shade and then I blend that in. But with these Euphoria makeup looks, I feel like they're really like easy, like wash some color on the lids and you're good to go. So that's really what I'm trying to emulate with this look today. I'm just going in with the shadow on my finger just to build up some intensity on the lids. Wow, that shadow is really pretty, oh my goodness. But as I said, yeah, I'm firstly just going to pat that onto the lids, and then I will go in with a brush to kind of further blend it out. I feel like it'd be really hard to make a mistake with this look, because from what I took from when I was looking at the artist's pictures of this specific look, it looked pretty easy. Like, it really looked like there was only 2 shadows for the actual like on the lid, which was like this one and then the one for the winged liner. But yeah, so I've got that color on my lids like that, and then what I'm going to do is actually just take some of that on a blending brush, and I'm going to just kind of wash it up through the crease a little as well, because that's something that I noticed, is that it was kind of like softly blended up through the crease and then like faded out in that kind of way. So this is definitely something that I am not used to doing, because I really like to go in with like 3 different eyeshadows to the crease in order to achieve a certain look. But I feel like this is like what we would do as kids, you know, when we're playing around with like shimmery eyeshadows. All we knew was to put one like all over the lid, but it actually looks really cute. Whereas these days I feel like, you know, there's tutorials that are easily accessible. Like, I feel like teenagers these days don't look like how I looked as a teenager. Like, when I was a teenager, I looked like a potato. I had no idea what I was doing when it came to makeup. I feel like I didn't even start to get into makeup until I was like 17, 18. That's when I really started to experiment with like makeup and eyeshadows and doing different kinds of looks. All I really knew how to do was like apply Maybelline mousse foundation all over my face and use concealer as lipstick. It was really bad. Oh my gosh, I have something in my eye. No. Do you guys ever have that happen to you? Like, you feel it, it's like in the back of your eye and you have to like bring it to the front? Okay. Anyways, I am done with putting that color all over my lids, and I'm actually going to go ahead and apply it along my lash line as well and kind of connect it up on that outer corner. It's actually really refreshing to be able to like do a makeup look that doesn't require like too much effort, but it still looks like you put in a lot of effort. I mean, as I said, typically my routine when it comes to creating an eyeshadow look is to like go in with a crease shade and then another crease shade and then a lid shade and then like something for my bottom lash line, whereas this is literally just one color all over, which I think is really cool. And I feel like it kind of just reminds me that, you know, you don't have to do too much when it comes to makeup. Alright, so we have that color all over. Now next up is the wing. From what I noticed with the wing in this particular makeup look, it was like a matte kind of color. So from what I can see in this palette, I think the best match would probably be like this one up the top here. It's kind of like a burgundy still pink but more on the burgundy side, matte type of shadow. So I'm going to be taking that and applying that to my lids, but obviously doing it as like a winged liner. So just using an angled brush to do so. But in doing this, as you guys can see, I'm focusing it more on the outer corners of my eyes. I'm also going to be taking a little bit of it as well and pulling it down through my bottom lash line, but only focusing it on the outer corner of the eyes. I'm also going to go in and highlight the inner corners of my eyes, and for that I'll be taking this shadow down the bottom here. As you can see, it is a lighter shade, but it has that kind of pink champagne tone to it. So just taking that on a tiny brush and applying that to the very inner corners of my eyes. I'm also just going in and applying some mascara to my bottom lashes. This one is the Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara from Essence. And as you guys know, I only apply mascara to my bottom lashes because I do have lash extensions, and it is very important not to apply mascara to those because that will ruin them. Alright you guys, so this next part is what I was most excited about for this whole entire makeup look, which is of course the little crystal rhinestone application. So I do have some of those right here, and I'm going to be using the tiniest ones up the top here. I feel like those will be probably the most visible, but like not too small but not too big. So we're gonna go ahead and apply those to my eyes now, and I will be of course using some lash adhesive to go with it. So this is the Kiss Lash Adhesive with Aloe. As you can see, I have my little rhinestone here with some tweezers, and what I'm going to do is take some of that lash glue and just gently put a little dot of it on the back. Kind of let that semi-set for a sec, and then I'm going to go ahead and place all of these all around my eyes. So from what I remember from the little inspo image, she had them around her brows and also only along the bottom lash line of the eyes. So as you can see, just carefully placing those where I want them to be and then matching them up and making sure that they are symmetrical on both sides. Alright, so there we have it. That's the eyes done, and now I'm going to go ahead and move back onto the face to finish it off. So I'll be starting off with the Benefit Hoola bronzer to of course bronze and contour my face. So just applying this to all the areas that I generally like to bronze and add color back into, which is typically my cheekbones and around my hairline, but I do also like to use this to contour my nose as well. For blush today, I am keeping things really neutral, and I'm going to be using this one from Tarte. This is one of their Amazonian Clay 12-Hour blushes in the shade Exposed. So as I said, it is a very neutral tone blush, and it's also matte, so no shimmer throughout it whatsoever, which is perfect for this look because it keeps all of the focus on the eyes. And then I am going to be going in with just a little bit of highlighter, so I'll be using this one from MAC. This is their Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Beaming Blush, and when it comes to color, this is somewhat of a gold shimmering highlighter, but it does have a very pink toned undertone to it. So just applying that to all the usual places that I like to highlight, like the tops of my cheekbones, above my brows a little, and down the bridge of my nose. And then onto the lips now. I'm firstly going to start off by lining them with this lip liner from Morphe. This is their lip liner in Sugar Pie. It's like a warm brown toned type of lip liner, so just outlining my lips with that. And if you guys hadn't have guessed it by now, I am going to be going in with more of a nude lip combo. So I'm firstly for lipstick color going in with this one from Morphe. This is their matte lipstick in Honey, and then to lighten that up just a little bit, I am going to be going in with the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in Sand. So just applying this to the very center of my lips and then blending it out, and then finishing off the lips with the Dose of Colors lip gloss in Undressed. So this is a very light nude type of shade, and I'm just applying it to the center of my lips and then once again blending it out. And then of course, last but not least, hitting my face with a spritz of the Multi-Tasking Spray once again, and then that is the whole look complete. So there we have you guys. That is my Euphoria inspired makeup look complete. I want you to comment down below and let me know what you think. As always, I'm going to leave a list of everything that I used throughout this video down in the description box below, so you can check that out if you missed anything. And you guys can also find all the links to my social media accounts down there if you want to follow me on any of those. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like it before you leave it, and if you're still here at the end watching and you are not yet subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit the little red button down below before you go so you don't miss any more videos that I post. With that being said, I hope you guys are having an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. I hope you are staying safe, looking after yourselves, and looking out for each other. As always, I will talk to you guys in the comments, and I shall see you all in my next video.